Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Bandai movie monster series Godzilla Ultima. Now, this version of Godzilla comes from the 2021 anime series Godzilla Singular Point, which I haven't seen yet, I'll be honest, at least as of me recording this. Later today, I will binge the whole thing, I'll get my notes done, and then I will record the review for it tomorrow, and then, yeah, I don't really know when I'm going to upload my review for the show itself, but, I'll figure it out. We'll play it by ear. Maybe I'll have, like, a double upload on Thursday, or maybe, I don't know, we'll think of something. Maybe I'll upload it on Wednesday or Monday. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but regardless, I will review the show, and, yeah. So, yeah, other than that, I don't really have a whole lot to say, so, yeah, let's just get right into this. So before I take a look at the figure itself, of course, in the Bandai vinyl tradition, we would take a look at the tag it comes with. So here's the tag. Of course, this cover here, we have a nice screenshot, or nice render of Godzilla Ultima here, which I think looks really nice. And right here, of course, Godzilla Ultima, Godzilla 2021, and some Japanese writing, which I don't know what that says. On the back here, we have the original, sort of like teaser poster for Godzilla Singular Point that came out all the way back in October, I think, which I can't believe it's already been a year, but I digress. Yeah, so I really like this render, and Godzilla's design here, it looks nice, but, well, we'll talk about that later in the review. So, of course, the inside of the tag here, we have some legal information, and a nice little silhouette of Godzilla here. Alright. And that's pretty much it for the tag. Now we'll take a look at Godzilla himself. And of course, to start, we will take a look at the paint. And the painting on this figure, it could be a little better, but as far as Bandai vinyls go, it's not bad, so let's take a closer look. So, of course, most of the painting here is, of course, the traditional charcoal grayish-blackish color, which I think looks nice. Of course, his toenails and fingernails are painted a white color, as well as his teeth. And his eyes here are painted yellow. There are no pupils, but then again, the eyes are very small to begin with, so that is perfectly fine. And then, of course, the front of the figure here, we have some silver right here. This metallic silver, which looks nice. And of course, on the spikes on the neck here, we have that same metallic silver. And for the spikes on the back of the head, just the same metallic silver. And then that continues onto the dorsal plates. And then it just kind of stops here, which, a little unfortunate. It would have been nice if it kept going, but, it's not the end of the world. I can, survive from this. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the painting on this figure. There are some things that I think they skimped out on. Of course, the tail being one of them. This is a little distracting, I'll be honest, but again, not the end of the world. And they actually forgot to paint red on the dorsal plate. So, in the center here, or this, sort of stem bit right here on each of the dorsal plates. That's supposed to be painted red, but they didn't paint that, but it is kind of costly. And as far as Bandai movie monster series figures go, they don't really put a whole lot of effort into the paint, which is fine. The paint apps, they're not terrible usually, but at the same time, they're not really great either. So, yeah, so as far as this figure goes, the painting, yeah, it could be a little better, but for the most part, I think it looks good. I think it gets the job done, and for the most part, it looks very nice. So the painting on this figure is alright, so I'd say it gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure, well, this is a Bandai vinyl, so there's not going to be a whole lot of articulation, but basically, the arms can move backwards that much, and forwards this much, like so. And the legs themselves, they can do a 360, though they do kind of rub against the arms, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation. Again, not a lot, but again, this is a Bandai vinyl. This isn't really an SH Monster Arts figure or anything like that. So the articulation, for the kind of figure this is, it's fine. So the articulation, I'd say gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the sculpt. And the sculpting on this figure looks very nice, very accurate to what we see from all the teaser trailers and regular trailers of the anime series, which again I haven't seen yet, but I've seen the SH Monster Arts figure. I think the tail here is way too short. It should be like, I think up to like there. I think it normally is in the show, but I could be wrong. But yeah, no, other than that, the sculpting on this figure looks very, very spot on to the in-anime model, because it's weird, like, everything else is, like, 2D, but then, like, the monsters are, like, 3D, which is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I'll talk more about that when I actually watch the show, but yeah, but as far as, like, Godzilla's design, like, as a whole goes, from the side, I think it looks really nice. Not my favorite Godzilla design, I'll be honest, but still, I think it looks very cool. I mean, sure, the thighs here are absolutely massive, but like, I think it actually works for the design. So like from the side, I think this design looks really cool. Unfortunately, on the front here, it doesn't look great, particularly with the head here, because as you can see, it just looks like his bottom jaw is huge. So it just looks like he has this like huge underbite, which, yeah, not a big fan of how that looks. Maybe if the jaw was a lot smaller, I think it'd look nicer, but yeah, overall, I do like this design a lot, but it's definitely not my favorite, so yeah. But the sculpting on this figure, it is good. I like it, so the sculpting on this figure, I'd say gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is also really nice, so let's take a closer look. So of course, all of the detailing on the head here looks very nice. All of the bumps and creases and everything like that look great. And even the spikes on the back here are detailed very nicely. On the front of the figure, all of the bits of scaling and all of the creases and everything like that detailed very nicely. And this rib cage thing on his stomach looks, rib cage, his six pack here, or some sort of pack. He's ripped here, so yeah, that's detailed very nicely. I'm just waking up. I can't really count. I'm sorry. Yeah, but going to the side of the body here, we have more scaling, which looks nice, like on the arms and everything like that. On the back here, it looks a little unfinished, but the side of the body, like the detailing still looks nice. These huge thighs have some nice like armor going on here, very like Ankylosaur-esque, which I think is neat. A lot of like heavy dinosaur vibes I'm sensing with this anime, so it is cool to see. But yeah, but all the scaling and everything like that, detailed very nicely defined. And of course the dorsal plates here, they also look really nice. Like it's just everything here is just nicely defined. And yeah, the detailing for the tail here, more of like that ankylosaurid sort of like armoring, looks nice. And all like the scales and everything like that are just detailed very nicely and very nicely defined. So yeah, everything here looks great. There is a seam here. The tail doesn't articulate, unfortunately. It's just there, which is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. The detailing on this figure is really good. It would have been nice if they touched up the back a little more. But overall, the detail on this figure is still nice. So the detail on this figure, I'd say gets a pass. So at the end of the day, should you get this? Honestly, I'd say yeah. I mean, the design itself, it's not my favorite as far as Godzilla designs go, but it's still not a bad design. I still like it, but compared to other designs, it's not my favorite. But as far as like this figure itself goes, I wasn't gonna get it at first because I was a little hesitant at first because, like, the promo images I didn't really like. I didn't think it looked good at all. But sure enough, I buckled down and I bought it. I bought the figure, and sure enough, it came in a day early. And when I got it, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, it's not that bad in person, And even like Godzilla's model in the anime, like, I think this design looks better in figure form than it does in like the actual show. But that's just me. But like, get this figure if you can. If not, there are better options out there. Actually, they're working on a Bandai, not Bandai Monster Series. They're working on a SH Monster Arts figure of this design. So definitely go for that if you can. It's gonna be a little more expensive, but still, it should look nicer than this, but even as Bandai vinyls go, this is not a bad figure whatsoever. So get it if you can. On Amazon, it's like $33, which isn't worth it. Though I'm sure on other websites like HobbyLink Japan and other sites like that, I'm sure you can get this for like 25 or $20, which I think is a better price. So yeah, get this figure if you can, and yeah. So let's just move on to size comparisons. So of course, here's the first Godzilla anime, or yeah, the Godzilla Earth from the Monster Planet trilogy, and I'll be honest, I like this design more. I don't hate this design, but this design is just more unique and more original. Where this, it just looks a lot like the 2014 design, and I'm not really the biggest fan of this design for Godzilla. Also, it's just a big tree, where this actually looks like Godzilla. So yeah, as far as designs go, I like this figure more, but there they are scaled. So there is that. Here is the original Bandai Movie Monster Series Titanosaurus. Titanosaurus should have been in the anime. That monster we see shouldn't be another form of Godzilla. It should just be Titanosaurus, but that is a tangent for the review. Here's the Bandai Movie Monster Series Kong. And of course, here this figure is with Dr. Billy Grant and some hand sanitizer. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.